We're going to review phones from the year 2035. This right here is the frutigerme phone. You see it as the side profile of the old Samsung Galaxy Y with a physical home button on the front. The interface is straight out of Android. Reviewing phones from 2035, part 2. This is the Guam phone. It's designed after the Samsung Galaxy Note 1 and the Galaxy S2. On the back, you get the full Guam flag in glass and a 7.0 megapixel camera. It runs a beautiful.
Checking out phones from 2035 again, part 3, and this time it's the frutigerme phone Galaxy S1 Pepsi edition. Up front, it looks like a shrunken down time machine, thick bezels, physical home button, and an interface that feels straight out of Android 2.1. Flip it over and
Today we're reviewing phones from 2035, part 4. Right here I've got the frutigerme phone droid, the Christmas edition one. It's based off the old Motorola droid, and you can see it keeps that blocky vibe. The back is a shiny red with Santa on it. Today we're looking at phones from 2035, part 4. Right here I've got the frutigerme phone droid. It's modeled after the original Motorola droid, but this is the Christmas edition. The whole back is gloss red and there's a little Santa. Today we're reviewing phones from 2035, part 5. This right here is the Samoa phone by frutigerme. The phone is about the size of the old HTC Evo, but it has the rounded shape of a Galaxy S2. It's running a UI that's based on Android 2.1. We're reviewing phones from 2035, part 6. This right here is the frutigerme Smithsonian multiphone. This phone is made by the Smithsonian. Look at the back. Look at this. It has everything related to science on the back, like anatomy. We're reviewing phones from 2035, part 6. This right here is the frutigerme Smithsonian multiphone. It's actually made by the Smithsonian. Look at the back. Everything related to science. Anatomy, astronomy, geography, and the little Smithsonian. We're reviewing phones from 2035, part 7. This right here is the frutigerme Smithsonian multiphone 2. This phone is made by the Smithsonian again. Look at the back. Look at this. It has everything related to science on the back, like anatomy. We're reviewing phones from 2035, part 7. This right here is the frutigerme Smithsonian multiphone 2. It's made by the Smithsonian themselves, and look at the back, red finish, black camera bar running across the Smithsonian. We're reviewing phones from 2035, part 8, and this little guy is the frutigerme Zoom. It's technically a phablet, but it's about the size of a Motorola Droid Mini with huge bezels at the top and bottom. Today we're reviewing phones from 2035, part 9. This is the National Football League phone by frutigerme. It's about the same size as the old HTC Evo, and it's their flagship this year. On the back, you get the big shield, red, white, and blue with stars and the lettering, plus the frutigerme branding down at the bottom. We're reviewing phones from 2035, part 10, and this one is wild. This is the frutigerme US 4th of July phone. It's about the size of a Samsung GTI 9000 and has the same curvy shape. Flip it over, and the back looks like one of those. We're checking out phones from 2035, part 11, and this one is a treat. It's called the frutigerme Phone Desire. The hardware is modeled after the HTC Desire Z, but it's shrunk down to the footprint of an old Wildfire. The entire back is themed to the Barefoot World Atlas. You can see the muted. We're reviewing phones from 2035, part 11. This is the frutigerme Phone Desire. It's based on the classic HTC Desire Z, and it's exactly the same size. Up front, you get that retro slider design with a full keyboard. We're reviewing phones from 2035, part 11. We have the frutigerme Phone Desire. This phone, it's literally the T-Mobile HTC G2, and it's the same size as the T-Mobile HTC G2. The whole thing is themed to the. We're reviewing phones from 2035, part 11. This is the frutigerme Phone Desire. It's literally the T-Mobile HTC G2, same size, same feel. Full metal body, classic slide-out keyboard, still as satisfying. We're reviewing phones from 2035, part 11, and this one is the frutigerme Phone Desire. This thing is basically the T-Mobile HTC G2 in 2035 clothing. Same size. Reviewing phones from 2035, part 12. This is the frutigerme Phone C. It's basically the iPod Touch 4, but it's also the Google Nexus 1 and the iPhone 5C all at once. Body comes in this red, white, and blue finish with little stars. Today we're reviewing phones from 2035, part 13. This is the new Oceania phone called the MyTouch. It's about the same size as the old HTC MyTouch 4G. Check out the back. It's real. Reviewing phones from 2035, part 13. And this one is the new Oceania phone called the MyTouch. It's about the same size as the old HTC MyTouch 4G. The entire front is wood and so is the back, and it feels really warm in the hand. We're reviewing phones from 2035, part 13. This is the new Oceania phone, the MyTouch. It's about the same size as the old HTC MyTouch 4G, and the shape is pretty much identical. The back is carved from wood and inlaid with the flag. Today we're reviewing phones from 2035, part 14, and this little guy is the frutigerme Transnistria phone. It's a GTI 9100 style body with the curves of the old Nexus 1, and the back is wrapped entirely in the Transnistria. We're reviewing phones from 2035, part 14, and this little guy is the frutigerme Transnistria phone. It's built like an old GTI 9100, even looks like the classic 9000 series, but shrunk down to Nexus 1 size. Reviewing phones from 2035, part 15. This is the frutigerme Droid Ultra. From the front, it basically looks like the old Motorola Droid Ultra, and the software is styled just like Android 2.0 from 2009. You get this glossy. Part 16 of the 2035 phone review series. Today we got something fun. This is the frutigerme Galaxy S2 Windows Media Center Edition. It looks exactly like the Samsung Galaxy S2 from 2011, right down to the little home button, but the software is wild. We're reviewing phones from 2035, part 16, and this one is wild. It's the frutigerme Galaxy S2 Windows Media Center Edition. Think 2011 Galaxy. Viewing phones from 2035, part 17, and this one is the frutigerme Droid Pro. It's the exact size of the old Motorola Droid Pro, and visually it's a dead ringer, including the little hardware keyboard down here. Up top, you get frutigerme's own 17 of the 2035 phone review series. And today we're looking at the frutigerme Droid Pro. It's the exact footprint of the old Motorola Droid Pro, and honestly, it looks like it came out of the same factory. Physical keyboard, 3-inch display, but all right, part 18 of the 2035 phone review series. This one's the frutigerme Droid Pro 2, 4th of July edition, and it is gorgeous. It looks like the old Motorola Droid Pro, just a bit larger, and it runs part 18 of the 2035 phone series, and today we're looking at the frutigerme Droid Pro 2 4th of July edition. Think Motorola Droid Pro mixed with the LG Optimus Pro C660, only a little bigger. Today we're reviewing phones from 2035 Part 19, and this is the frutigerme trophy. It's shaped like the old HTC 7 trophy and the surround, but it's about the size of a Motorola Droid Pro. Today we're on part 19 of the 2035 phone reviews, and this little guy is the frutigerme trophy. Look at the shape. Exact same silhouette as the old HTC 7 trophy, and the surround only shrunk down to about the size of a Droid Pro. We're reviewing phones from 2035 part 19. This is the frutigerme trophy. It's the exact shape of an HTC 7 trophy and the old 7 surround, but it's about the footprint of a Motorola Droid Pro. We're reviewing phones from 2035 part 20. This is the Utopian Scholastic phone by frutigerme. It's running a hybrid UI based on Windows XP and Android 2.0, and yes, that's the skeuomorphic Google search bar straight out of 2009. Reviewing phones from 2035 part 21, and this is the frutigerme Windows Longhorn phone. Hardware-wise, it's basically the HTC 7 trophy revived, same chunky bezels, same trio of capacitive buttons, just with a 22 of the 2035 phone review series. Today it's the frutigerme Boston Charles River Dam RVD Ericsson. It's basically the size of a Motorola Droid, and the shape is right out of the old Droid X. Up front, you're continuing the 2035 phone series, part 22. And this one is wild. This is the frutigerme Boston Charles River Dam RVD Ericsson Phone 2. It's pretty much the size of the original Motorola Droid, and the body shape is straight up Droid X. We're reviewing phones from 2035, part 22. This one is the frutigerme Boston Charles River Dam RVD Ericsson Phone 2. It's roughly the size of the old Motorola Droid, with a body shaped a lot like the Droid X or the Bionic. Up front, you get this revived Sony part 22 of the 2035 phone reviews. This is the frutigerme Boston Charles River Dam RVD Ericsson Phone 2, about the size of the old Motorola Droid. Up front, you get the wallpaper of the Charles River Dam at the Museum of Science at night in the blue wing. Today, we're reviewing phones from 2035, part 23. This is the Republic of China Phone TXT by frutigerme, the second Sony Ericsson revival phone. It keeps the QWERTY layout from the old Sony Ericsson TXT. Today we're reviewing phones from 2035 part 23, and this one's pretty wild. It's called the Republic of China Phone TXT by frutigerme. It's the second Sony Ericsson revival phone, and it mixes a physical keyboard with a full-on touchscreen. We're looking at phones from 2035 part 24. This is the frutigerme Xbox 360 phone. It looks like somebody mashed a Google Nexus 1 with an Xbox 360. Same rounded shape, about the size of a Motorola. We're reviewing phones from 2035 part 25. This is the frutigerme British Way Highway Droid phone. You can see the back is completely wrapped in the old British Way Highway flag, camera bump, and all.